Good morning, I'm Angelo Castro III.
I'm Angela and we are the Castros.
And sa lahat ng mga viewers natin, nakikita nyo very simple but yummy treats sa harapan namin. Ube, cheese, pandesal na nauso nung pandemic.
Oo, staple
Tapos
yan ng
of
pandemic.
course, bata pa ako isang mongo bread.
Oo, sarap.
Masarap yan pag toasted sa umaga.
Uy, ang bilis ang panahon.
Bilis lang
Parang kakalunes lang, Thursday na ngayon.
Tapos bukas Friday na. Good morning pala sa lahat ng viewers natin. Welcome once again to Brunch because we're serving you news in the countdown.
All that before your second cup of coffee, this is Brunch.
Starting our countdown with women empowerment. Did you know that one of our Navy choppers in this year's Balikatan is being headed by a Filipina pilot? Lieutenant Jessica Maria Fronda said this is a dream come true for her. She is the head pilot of the Philippine Navy chopper Augusta Westland 109. In fact, Fronda is the first female pilot in command of the Navy chopper. Her male colleagues praised her for her exceptional skills. Fronda also expressed hope for a more gender-inclusive workspace.
There's no difference at all. Pantay-pantay ka. So, whether you're a woman or a man.
In fact, I am being trained by a more skilled and more experienced female pilot. So it is not something to be ashamed of or to be bothered with. Rather, an inspiration or challenge para sa ating mga male pilots.
Proven yan
Oh my
na
gosh.
female pilots are more females in general are more structured eh.
Oo.
So when it comes to yung mga combat situations daw, mas yung female pilots mas focused.
Actually, nung mga bandang 2019, I don't know if you can remember that, yung biglang lumindol sa yung malakas sa Sangli Point sa Cavite. I did a story about a lady pilot. Tapos yun yung parang ganun yung nasa likod ng helicopter, yun yung sinakyan namin.
Yes.
Tapos ang galing, very smooth yung pagpapalipad, yung paglanding.
Di ba may nakausap ka pang female tanker?
Tanker din. Oo, doon din sa Philippine Navy. Sabi ko, ang gagaling nila. Tapos I also went to their barracks. Sabi nga nila, ang difference daw talaga ng kababaihan tsaka sa mas maayos yung barracks ng mga babae. Although, syempre, kasama yun sa discipline nila na kailangan maayos talaga yung mga barracks. Pero, going back to this lady pilot, talagang hindi, ngayon parang nanonormalize na talaga na nagdo-dominate or gumagaling din yung mga kababaihan sa male-dominated industry.
It's not anymore shocking or it's not anymore big news because it's common already na pantay-pantay ang pag-excel in certain situations, di ba? Meron ka nagmamaneho, babae nagmamaneho ng tangke, nagmamaneho ng helicopter. Could you imagine, kunyari, di ba may mga joke na maglalabasan, may mga female, kunyari, may period, tapos nagmaneho ng tangke, mainit ulo.
Mainit ulo.
Yari ka, tabi kayo. Don't mess with a fierce woman.
Yeah.
Yan ang nila.
Still talaga fresh pa sa memory ko yung experience ko yan sa sa Sangli Point, sinakyan ko yung female pilot nga sa Philippine Navy.
Well, congrats.
Oo, congratulations dyan. At kasama siya ngayon sa Balikatan exercise.
Yung Augusta
We're very
Westland.
proud of her.
Augusta Westland.
And the rest of the Philippine Navy, of
Ay,
course. Sige, let's continue our countdown. For our 9th spot, paano ba iniibsan ang matinding init ng panahon? Sa Valenzuela City, may libreng pa-shower si Mayor. The LGU has deployed 2 mobile shower and toilet trucks that roam around the city. Residents say this is a big help for them amid the extreme heat and water interruptions. According to Mayor Wes Gatchalian, the mobile showers also aim to prevent the spread of diseases. Nakita mo yung mga residents talaga, sobrang nag-enjoy sila, sobrang ang tawag doon yung yung tawag doon na freshan sila sa pakiramdam.
Ayan. Sa shower ka in your clothes. Actually, yung concept nito first came out nung panahon ng mga calamity. I think nakita ko yan nung sa Taal.
Yes, I remember
Taal,
that.
pero hindi ganito kaganda. This one is a nice one eh. Yung sa kanila, parang truck lang talaga na may partition. Tapos may shower sa taas. Ito may pa sila eh.
Oo.
May tawag doon?
Water pick. Water pick.
Oo, may water pick
Ang
pa sila.
tanong dyan, may dala ba silang sarili nilang sabon at shampoo or Is it also provided for them?
I think the main goal of this is not the actual shower, but
para lang kasi wala din naman silang...
pampalamig lang talaga.
Oo.
To douse themselves with water, parang bumaba naman yung temperature.
Yeah, I also read about it. Sabi ko kasi baka naman sayang yung tubig. 'Di ba? Nagsha-shower, yung pala sinasahod yung tubig na yun, tapos siya. Ang tawag doon, yung i-recycle, parang ginagawa ng ibang mga malls ngayon. Mare-recycle yung water. Bakit ka gumagano?
Hindi, may bisita tayo sa studio. We're blessed with the presence of a beautiful little bird flying around.
Yung bird mo ba yan nakalabas? Hindi, ibig ko sabihin, yung alaga. Sira ka talaga. Ikaw yung dyan eh. Well, anyway, so I'm so happy para sa Valenzuela dahil
maganda,
yung mga residente natin.
And high class yung itsura ng truck.
Oo, kasi hindi lahat nakaka-afford ng kanilang air conditioning unit.
Meron bang di ba ito mobile shower, may mobile aircon ba na sana may truck na umiikot na may upuan tapos may air condition, magpalamig lang sa loob ng truck sandali.
Punta muna sa mga barangay.
Hindi, sa barangay meron hall, di ba? Sana may mobile cooling system with free Netflix. Okay, let's move on. On our 8th spot, usapang weather naman. The Philippines may see up to 2 tropical cyclones this month of May. Yes, you heard that right. Pwede magkaroon ng 2 bagyo ngayong tag-init. Pag-asa says one typhoon may approach the Philippine landmass before moving away. Pero hindi raw yan inaasahang mangyayari until next week. The Weather Bureau says some parts of the country may continue to experience extreme heat in the first half of May.
Kahapon nga, di ba? Sabi, May 1, tapos sinalubong tayo ng pag-ulan.
Yeah.
Hindi ganun kalakas, pero sobrang pasalamat na rin because kahit papaano nakaramdam tayo ng tubig mula sa langit.
Yeah.
I was wondering nga kung natuloy yung ibang mga plano na mag-cloud seeding, pero eto nga, nagsabi ang pag-asa na merong, we can expect, di ba, tropical cyclone until next.
Tsaka hindi naman nila ma-determine kung yung cyclone daw will bring heavy rainfall because during heat daw usually nag-dissipate pala yung rain pag bumabagsak pag may extreme heat sa
precipitation.
Precipitation. Spell precipitation. Rain.
Mamaya hopefully we can talk to Pag-asa para mas maliwanagan tayo dito sa mga nangyayari nga sa weather natin. But until then, sabi nga nila, tuloy-tuloy pa rin, di ba, yung mararanasan nating init ng panahon. And sa ibang mga lugar, di ba, naka-reach na sila ng mga 42, 45
And reminder,
index.
ang nagre-remind din sila, yung mga ibang engineers sa mga DPWH pala, since we've been experienced 40 degrees heat index and up, yung cement natin medyo mataas ang temp. Pag nag-expose pala to sa sunod-sunod na ulan, ang tendency niya na mag-expand yung cement kasi nag-iba ng temperature. So magkakaroon ng crack. So you can expect, baka after umulan magkaroon ng mga road repair. Oo, kasi masisira yung mga daanan natin, mga roads natin.
Tapos syempre, hopefully nga, sabi nga natin, pinag-uusapan natin dahil nga yung mga dams natin, nasa critical level, 'di ba? So hopefully yung kung sakaling uulan, dumaan doon or doon sa area kung saan kailangan natin ng tubig. But para mas mapag-usapan natin 'yan, hopefully nga makausap natin yung Pag-asa.
Nandun na sana siya.
Andun na siya, pero
bumitaw yung signal sa init yan sa init ng panahon yan
Pero yun nga yung sinasabi ko, hopefully, yung kung uulan talaga, umulan siya dun sa mga areas na talagang kailangan. But for the meantime, ano ba ang ating susunod? Coming up! What is the top university in the country according to the latest report of Times Higher Education?
And President Bongbong Marcos wants regional wage rates reviewed, citing the impact of inflation among workers.
We are just getting started. More of our top 10 news when Brunch returns. Keep it here on One News. Good morning! You are still watching Brunch here on One News. Happy Thursday!
And good morning sa usual suspects natin na nanonood sa atin, Gary Field and the rest of the tropa. Si Vlad.
Oo.
Oh,
Si Gary
Vlad.
Field, nahulaan niya kung ano yung top 1
Oo,
natin
galing,
kahapon. Ano ba yung top 1 natin ngayon?
Ano, Gary, ha? Sige,
Humihingi
guess.
ng money
Gcash?
transfer. Hindi, ng Maya.
Maya.
Kaya sabi ko, wala. Thank you lang yan. Thank you for support.
De, pero thank you sa lahat ng viewers natin for
us.
supporting us every morning.
Yeah.
And of course, yes, what do we have?
Let's continue our countdown. Here's an unfortunate news at our 7th spot. More Filipino families are experiencing involuntary hunger for the past 3 months. According to the latest SWS survey, the involuntary hunger rate in March 2024 is at 14.2%. This is higher compared to 12.6% rating logged in December 2023. Involuntary hunger means being hungry and not having anything to eat.
That's sad naman. Sad yan. At saka kasi sa mga basic rights natin is, di ba, right to access to food, decent food, right to sanitation, di ba? And it's until now, some far-flung areas natin, especially in other areas in the country, walang access sa kuryente, sa tubig, sa decent food. Naghihintay sila sa dole-outs.
Exactly.
And ayaw naman nila nun. They want, actually, if you ask most Filipinos, mas gusto nila yung
Pagtatrabahuhan nila.
Oo, kasi
diba?
alam nilang may darating at darating month after month, the harder they work. Yan ang gusto nila eh.
Exactly. Pero I was checking nga itong survey na to. So sinabi nga dito sa report na mas tumaas ngayon, 'di ba, compared sa 2023 itong involuntary hunger. And you will see also na mas mataas sa Metro Manila,
Yes.
followed by Visayas. And lastly, nag-decline nga sa Mindanao. So they saying kasi sa Mindanao, they have access to food.
Yes.
'Di ba? Meron silang pwedeng yung mag-home produce. Kumbaga
That's right.
meron silang alagang hayop na pwedeng
Hindi,
lutuin,
tsaka
meron silang tanim na pwede
yung-
nilang kunin kapag nagugutom sila. Tapos,
Yung sinasabi mong locations kasi sa province, they have access to the farms and
Yes,
mas mura ang
exactly.
pagkain. Ang Metro Manila is very dependent on deliveries from the outskirts from the
oo.
province.
Sabi nga
Oo.
dito they also mean na kung involuntary hunger, yun nga, minsan wala silang makain, minsan meron silang pambili, pero wala silang mapagbilan.
Tsaka, bakit daw tumataas rin sa Metro Manila? It's also because ang dami daw nagmamigrate from the provinces into Metro Manila na wala pang trabaho. They come here in search for greener pastures. Unfortunately, kawawa sila, hindi nakakahanap ng greener pastures, so a lot of them are left without food.
Plus, 'di ba, yung ibang yung majority of our population here wala din access nga talaga sa pagtatanim.
Yeah.
'Di ba, kaya nga recently actually during the pandemic na nagkaroon ng promotion regarding dun sa anong tawag dun, yung vertical gardening, 'di ba?
Yeah,
Oo.
oo.
Kasi nga
Self-sustaining home.
Oo. So kung wala kang access talaga sa pagtatanim, yung baka kayanin kahit nasa
Yes,
nasa
oo.
lugar ka na maliit, 'di ba? Walang space. Ayun, pwede kang makapagtanim ng mga eggplant, sili, kamatis.
Oh, tsaka you have to remember the Metro Manila or NCR is a consuming state. Yun ang tawag nila, we consume goods. Diba yung iba, they generate goods like farming states. So talagang kung wala tayong access, madami magugutom.
Sige,
Alright.
let's continue our countdown. Ano titigil?
Yung friend natin dumaan eh. Okay, now let's go straight to our top 6. Kasing init ng panahon ang naging pagtatalo. Yes, kita ko to ng dalawang local officials sa Antique. Ang kanilang girian na uwi pa sa suntukan. Ay, naku naman. Here's the report.
Two men were seen arguing beside a truck in Tobias Fournier, Antique on Wednesday. One of them was Mayor Tahanlangit III and the other, his Vice Mayor Jojo Fournier.
Relax!
It appears that Tahanlangit obstructed the delivery truck driven by Fournier. The encounter did not just result in verbal altercation, when suddenly, the mayor lost his cool and punched the face of his vice mayor. They were fighting over around 800 family food packs for residents affected by El Nino. Tahanlangit said he wanted the items to be put inside the social hall, but Fournier refused. The vice mayor insisted that he was the one who requested the food packs from the governor. The DSWD already intervened, assuring residents that they will receive the aid. The food packs were eventually distributed to the residents of Tobias Fournier in Antique.
Yung vice mayor kasi humingi ng assistance sa governor.
According sa report.
Sabi naman ni mayor, hindi daw dumaan sa tamang proseso ang pagdala, so hinaharang niya.
At the end of the day, dapat ang goal natin is for our people.
Ang tutulungan, you're helping people lang, nag-aaway kayo sa proseso ng pagtulong,
At saka
susuntukan pa
vice
kayo.
mayor and mayor, dapat team yan eh.
Ito pa
Diba?
pinapakita nyo sa tao. Ay naman.
Oo, di ba? Dapat team kayo. Kung meron kayong hindi pagkakaunawaan, of course, hindi may iwasan yan, di ba? Kahit sa ang relasyon, meron kayong hindi pagkakaunawaan.
Oo.
Pero kung ang goal nyo naman ay isa lang, dapat na pag-uusapan niya ng maayos.
You are
Hindi
the parents of your area. And people look up to you, tapos yan ang pinapakita mo na nag-aaway kayo because of goods that are going to the less fortunate brothers and sisters natin sa area na.
Siyempre, hindi may iwasan magkaroon ng mabahiran ng ano-ano. Ang tawag din? Nagpapapogian kayong dalawa dyan kung sinong dapat ang mas pogi.
Now, you cannot help and blame yung mga ibang chismosa. Nag-aaway lang yan dahil kung sino ang kukuha ng credit na magbibigay ng food packs. Pero ang simple lang issue. Kinontrata ng vice mayor sa governor to help. Nagpadala si Gov ng pagkain. Nagalit si mayor dahil hindi daw dumaan sa kanya, sa approval niya or proseso niya. Away sila.
Hopefully, we can get in touch with whoever para malaman natin yung full details of the fight. At sana ma-resolve.
Or more importantly, resolve this issue as soon as possible. Padala niyo yung food packs kaagad.
Kasi nag-aantay yung mga
Kaya yung national government, DSWD intervened already. Kasi kung mapatagal pa to, food packs to perishable items.
Saka syempre, yung mga kababayan natin doon, nag-aantay ng ayuda. They don't care about, diba? Yung away ninyong dalawa, ang importante, talagang mabigyan sila ng ayuda.
Alright. Anyway, we'll talk more about this later.
Hopefully, we can talk to someone regarding this or yung dun sa tungkol sa issue ng hunger, pagtaas ng persyento ng kagutuman dito sa ating bansa. But for the meantime, wag po kayong aalis dahil magbabalik pa po ang brunch. welcome back. You're still watching Brunch here on One News. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Good morning to all our viewers.
Maraming
Thank you.
salamat sa mga pagkapit.
And pagkapit, tsaka yung comments nyo, keep them coming.
Keep 'em coming.
One more day,
Make it-
tomorrow, it's Friday already.
Oo.
And, nawawala yung isang pandesal,
Ba, kinain mo?
Hala. Napunta. Sa loob na ng tiyan ko.
Pero sige, before we move on to our next top stories for the day, let's revisit the discussion on the Education Department's plan to revert to the old academic calendar due to the El Nino impact. To tell us more about this, we have DepEd Assistant Secretary Francis Bringas. Good morning, ASEC. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, good morning, Angela and Angelo. Good morning to all your listeners.
Okay, so ASEC, could you tell us more about your plan dito nga po sa pag-conduct ng gradual reversion ng ating school calendar, and how do you intend to do this?
Yeah, yung Angela, yung ating gradual reversion actually based on the adjusted calendar.
Right.
Ay aabutin tayo ng 2 years or 2 school years bago makabalik sa June opening. That is based on the consultations that we have conducted with all our stakeholders. However, meron tayong general public clamor on the immediate reversion to June to March na opening. So we have already written the Office of the President seeking guidance, and we have presented to his office, to the Excellency President Marcos, several options. At binibigyan, of course, natin ang palasyo ng enough time to study carefully the options that we have presented.
Yes, ASEC, I'd like to ask now, was a study conducted na between the two school calendars, the current one we have right now and the current one we're reverting back to, in terms of ano ang mas may impact sa pag-aaral ng estudyante? Yung classes during times of malalakas ang ulan, or with now the temperatures possibly reaching 50 degrees soon, which was, based on your studies, ano po ang mas nakaka-impact sa overall success ng isang estudyante?
Well, it would appear na yung extreme heat na nararanasan natin ngayon would really be not conducive to learning. No? Kahit nasa loob ka ng classroom, kung ganun yung heat, masyado siyang hindi conducive. Unlike when you are in a rainy season na alam mo na makakapag-concentrate ka pa rin, not unless na heavy typhoons ang nararanasan natin. But based on experience, nakaka-cope tayo in the past kapag meron tayong mga suspension due to typhoon.
Okay.
Yeah, ASEC, kasi regarding nga po dun sa mga pinagbabasihan natin na required number of days, ang nakalagay po dun is 180 to 220 days number of school days. Kung i-revert po natin ito dun sa inyong proposal, it's going to be 165 if I'm not mistaken, 165 days. So, ano po yun? Meron po ba tayong lalabagin doon na batas dahil hindi po natin ma-achieve yung 180 to 220 days? And how will this impact po yung learning process po ng mga kabataan natin dahil mas iiksi po, no, for the meantime, yung number of school days nila?
Well, ang kino-consider talaga ng department, based on our experts in the curriculum, lalo na sa Bureau of Learning Delivery, na ang kinakailangan natin talaga na minimum number of days para makompleto yung ating competencies as per curriculum ay 180 days.
Right.
So yung aggressive reversion to the June to March na school year natin would only give us around 165 days to complete competencies that should have been completed in 180 days. So definitely magkakaroon tayo ng extra work and interventions for all our learners para ma-cover yung lahat ng competencies natin.
So ano po yung nakikita natin dun na adjustment? Kumbaga weekend classes? Are we seeing nagagawin po natin yun?
We are looking at still conducting alternative delivery mode para ma-cover natin yung several competencies that will not be covered. And definitely kung ADM natin ay yung 165 days natin ay puro face-to-face. Then to complete the 180 days, baka kailangan natin mag-ADM for some Saturdays.
Opo.
Yes, Asik, I'd like to ask lang, no, now that we're seeing changes in our weather patterns, are we considering finally putting in distance learning as a part of the schedule in case na makaranas tayo ng extreme weather conditions on both sides, whether may it rain or heat?
Yes, you are right, Angelo. No, in fact, we are coming up in the next few weeks or in the next few days. We already have the specific guidelines on the institutionalization of blended learning in the public school. So this is not only blended learning because of the extreme heat, but it will cover all other interruptions that may be natural or human-induced interruptions.
Yeah, I'd like to touch up on that a little, Asek. Kasi in the past, di ba, pag bumabagyo at umuulan, suspension ng classes, are we saying now baka in the future, kung bumagyo at di makapasok ang student, instead of marking it in the calendar na may absent sila or may kulang na araw, pwedeng itag natin and we put distance learning as a backup for this para the calendar may be uninterrupted?
Yes, that is already a standing policy in the department, Angelo. In fact, lahat ng mga class suspensions natin ngayon, only the face-to-face are suspended and we are automatically shifting to alternative delivery.
So yung calendar medyo hindi tayo nagkukulang, Asek?
Yes, they are still counted as school days.
Okay, thank you.
Asek, ito pong proposal po ng gradual reversion ng number of school days natin. Do we have an update on the proposal to President Marcos? Nag-respond na po ba yung kanyang opisina regarding this?
Wala pa naman, Angela. We are still waiting for that. And if the office of the president requires a more detailed presentation, then the department is ready to do so.
Doon din po sa usapin na ito, no, mga adjustment ng number of school days natin, may mga concerns din po yung ating mga guro, no, na sabi po nila baka daw po maapektuhan yung kanilang vacation pay. What's your thoughts on that?
That is true, Angela. No, you know that the proportional vacation pay of teachers, yun yung sinusweldo nila tuwing bakasyon, and that is usually 2 months.
Yeah.
Ay nakabase din ang computation niyan dun sa number of school days in a given school year. So yan yung isa sa mga compromises na tinitignan natin, and that will be sorted out kapag nagkaroon na tayo ng consultations, even when magkaroon na tayo ng final decision on this.
Asek, meron din akong isa pang concern regarding pa rin po sa mga teachers natin dahil nga po sa pag-a-adjust pa rin, no, ng ating number of school days. Baka daw po magkaroon ng mga teaching overload. Magkakaroon din daw po sila ng bayad dito. Can you explain that to us po?
Yes, we have just issued Department Memo number 5, rationalizing the teaching overload pay of our teachers. At definitely kapag more than 6 hours, yung teaching load ng teacher ay magiging eligible siya to receive a teaching overload pay.
Right. And kamustahin ko na rin po, taking this opportunity na nandito po kayo dun sa mga pag-hire po natin ng mga teaching assistant, administrative personnel para po tulungan yung ating mga teachers. Saan na po tayo on that part?
Well, out of the plantilla positions na around 18,000 plantilla positions for the non-teaching personnel, ang ating filling up rate is already up to around 95 to 97%. So we are very confident na before the start of the new school year, in the next month, ay mahahire na natin, makukompleto na natin yan. At syempre, meron din tayong mga locally hired administrative staff in some of the schools, particularly sa mga LGUs na merong ilang funds sa kanilang special education fund and general fund.
All right. With that, thank you very much, DepEd Assistant Secretary Francis Bringas.
Thank you, Angelo and Angela.
Yan, at least medyo malinaw na. Madaming katanungan pa. But
Tingnan natin kung ma-approve
tututukan
yan.
na naman natin. Tututukan natin lahat to para ma-update tayo.
But for now, let's continue our countdown. Entering our top 5 is former Congressman Prospero Pichay Jr. The Commission on Elections, or COMELEC, plans to file a case against Pichay for filing a certificate of candidacy in the 2022 elections. COMELEC will investigate Pichay for allegedly misrepresenting himself when he ran for representative of the 1st District of Surigao del Sur. The Supreme Court has perpetually disqualified Pichay from holding any public office after he was found guilty of grave misconduct in 2011. Despite this, Pichay ran and lost against Romeo Momo Sr. in the 2022 elections.
So yung actual COC niya, ang linawin natin, no? COC ang ika-cancel. Not the... pero nanalo naman si Momo, di ba?
Yan, hindi din siya nanalo. So,
Okay.
more of like parang documentary purposes to ang tingin
pero
ko.
ang effect kasi nito kay Pichay, former Congressman Pichay, is actually he cannot run anymore.
Hindi na.
For
Kasi nga he was found guilty grave misconduct noong 2011.
Okay.
So, yun. Okay, sige, let's continue our countdown.
On our top 4, heads up sa mga motorista. The southbound lane of EDSA Kamuning flyover has been temporarily closed. The flyover is closed for 6 months or until October 25 of this year. It will undergo retrofitting in preparation for disasters like earthquakes. For now, motorists can make a right turn to Panay Avenue, left turn to Sergeant Esguerra, left to Timog Avenue, and then right turn to EDSA Service Road. You can also make a right turn to Mata Ignacia, left to Sergeant Esguerra, left turn to Timog Avenue, and then right turn to EDSA Service Road.
Yung sa pagpapalit kasi natin ng deck slab, magiging mano-mano. Hindi kasi tayo pwedeng gumamit ng heavy equipment dahil baka lalong maka-apekto sa traffic at saka sa integrity pa rin, structural integrity ng tulay.
Yan, reminder sa mga motorista, this is the southbound lane of southbound ng Kamuning flyover. Ngayon, yung mga umiiwas at dumadaan sa White Plains coming from Fairview area, expect more traffic because a lot of people can pass that area, Katipunan to White Plains. Katipunan, White Plains, and then lalabas sila papuntang EDSA yung U-turn sa may Green Hills. Mag-iipon-ipon.
Kaya nga sabi nga nila, di ba, kung sakasakali, kung may alternatibong daan, doon na lang.
Yeah, that's why karamihan doon, right turn into yung Mother Ignacia Timog area. Pero yung northbound, mukhang unaffected naman because yung isang side lang. Ang problema kasi may mga U-turn slot ito. So kung magbara ang southbound lane sa mga U-turn, mag-iimbudo, may hirapan ka umikot, baka maipit din yung mga taga-north.
Ayun lang. Pero hanggang October to, di ba?
Mabilis lang yan.
Mabilis na lang yan. No? Tiisin na natin kasi kailangan naman talaga gawin ito eh.
Ay, wait, safety first, di ba?
Of course.
Oo, kasi may bitak daw isang side ng flyover na yan eh. Oo.
And then, tingnan na lang natin, di ba, kung maayos yung paggawa after. Yun ang
sana.
ating tutukan.
Tsaka, importantly, maayos paggawa and on time. Gawin nila on
Sabi
time.
nila October, so let's see.
Kasi may
Babantayan natin
mga instances na delayed sila gumawa eh. Okay.
Let's continue our
Move on.
countdown.
Let's move on. Ranking third is our top universities. Ateneo de Manila University remains the top-rated university in the country despite slipping in the latest Times Higher Education Asia University rankings. Ateneo placed in 401 to 500 bracket this year, falling 300 places from rank 84 in Asia last year. The University of the Philippines is second best university in the country, but it also dropped from 201 to 250 bracket last year to 501 to the 600 bracket in 2024. It is now tied with De La Salle University. University of Santo Tomas entered the rankings this year at the 601 plus bracket. Mapua University remains the same bracket. The top universities in Asia are Tsinghua University and Peking University in China, National University of Singapore and Nanyang Technological University in Singapore, and the University of Tokyo in Japan. THE rates universities in 5 performance indicators: teaching, research environment, research quality, international outlook, and industry.
My gosh, from 84 last year, yung Ateneo, nasa bracket na siya ng 401 to 500.
Oo.
That's a major drop,
Malaki ang drop ng
Malaki
Ateneo
yun.
at parang yung iba umangat like LaSalle UST, parang nagsalubong na sila in a very close bracket nung dati malayo ang bracket. It doesn't say anything naman bad about Ateneo. It just means that all other universities are catching up. Tsaka all other schools are up
Pero
in their...
hindi from 84 before ang Ateneo,
Yeah, but
tapos
you have to
biglang 400
remember, it's rankings.
Yeah.
So that means others are improving steadily. Other universities in Asia. So napupush down ka. That's why we have to catch up. Magdo-double time tayo.
So, importante dyan yung research at saka yung international outlook eh. Doon daw nila binagbabasihan yung ranking natin. Mahirap.
Yeah. Anyway, may iba naman tayo muna sa kabila ng matinding init. Hindi pa rin napipigilan ang iba sa atin na dumayo sa mga cafe.
Ako yan.
Ano? Hindi,
At
alam
kung
ko.
isa kang pet lover na mahilig magkape, swak na swak sa'yo ang cafe na ito sa Taguig. Para bigyan ng mukha ang balita, Mobile Journal, Mary Mon Reyes.
Mga kapatid, mahilig ba kayo sa aso pusa pero hindi pa pwede o kaya mag-alaga sa bahay? Don't worry daw, dahil pwede nyo nang makabonding ang mga fur babies na ito sa isang cafe na nakita natin.
Meet Bubbles, Donnie, and Lala. Ilan lang sila sa mga fur babies na nakilala natin dito sa Tabby Town Cat and Dog Cafe sa Taguig. At mukhang napamahal na nga sa marami ang mga fur babies dito dahil kahit weekdays, napupuno ang humble space na ito.
It was great. I love cats.
Do you want more cats?
Great place. May stress reliever siya.
Masaya naman, malambing silang lahat.
Sabi ko ba bumili pa ng marami
Mag-kidnap po galing dito.
So, na-discover kami ito sa Facebook. Kasi na mga workmate ko na kami sa pusa.
At may foreigners din na naintriga at pinuntahan ito. Kahit ako, hindi natiis ang kakyutan ng mga natutulog na kitties.
Sana all mahimbing ang tulog.
Kwento ng may-ari ng pet cafe na si Chito Aclon, nagsimula ang ideya noong siya ay nagtatrabaho at naglilibot overseas. At taong 2015, isinakatuparan niya na ang dream business niya at binuksan ang kauna-unahang pet cafe niya sa Pasay. Pero noong 2017, naisipan niyang ilipat ang business niya sa Tagaytay upang makahakot ng mas maraming customers. Ngunit noong 2020, dahil sumabog ang Bulkang Taal at sumiklab ang COVID-19 pandemic, kinailangan nilang makabawi. At nitong ang Abril lang, nakapagpondo na siya upang buhayin muli ang kanyang pet cafe sa pinakabagong branch nito dito sa Barangay Tuktukan sa Taguig. Kwento ni Chito, dog lover lang siya noon pero dahil sa pet cafe niya, cat lover na rin siya.
Filipinos in general, way back then, doesn't know much about cats. When we opened our first cat cafe, we made sure that we had lots of cat breeds available for Filipinos to actually appreciate, see and enjoy. You'll appreciate them with their sweetness, corkiness. They are as special as the dogs that we have.
Sa halagang 195 pesos, may isang oras ka na para makipaglaro sa higit 20 adopted and rescued fur babies. Meron ka pang drink, o diba? Sulit! Pwede rin bumili ng cat feeds o magdala ng pet-friendly food na pwedeng i-share sa fur babies. Tulad ng nangyari kay Chito, nagsilbing inspirasyon rin ang kanyang negosyo sa ibang pet lovers na gawing business ang hobby and love for pets.
Siguro mga pet shelter lang. Like yung mga stray cats, mga ganun.
Dahil sa mga cute babies na ito, nakita nila hindi lang ang true love. At yung isang purpose na sana raw ay gampanan din ng mga kapwa nila fur parents at pet enthusiasts. Mobile Journal Mary Mon Reyes po, and Bubbles, hatid ang mukha ng balita.
Alam mo in Japan, meron silang stress cafe. Ang kasama sa stress cafe, mga cats. Because apparently, when you pat them, cats, di ba, they purr. When they purr, they release a chemical.
Endorphins.
Yun, they release a chemical that triggers your own chemicals to
That ease the pain and relieves stress.
And it relieves cortisol sa body mo. So it helps somewhat slowing down cancer cells from developing when you pat cat.
Parang in essence, it makes you feel good. Remember, few years ago, we visited also a cat cafe.
This one was in Katipunan.
Malapit lang Katipunan ba? Di ba Maginhawa lang?
Katipunan
Was it in
yun.
Katipunan?
Ano ba naman?
Okay, anyway. So, it's a cat cafe na ang daming mga cats, fluffy.
Na naging restaurant natin.
Na naging
after.
restaurant natin before.
Yeah. Okay.
So, nakakatawa naman. Puntahan din
Go
natin.
visit them sa ano, and you can, kung wala ka sariling cat, you can interact with the cats that they have
Pwede
there.
mo dalhin yung cat natin.
Dadalhin ko si Yoda. Yoda, if you're watching, ready ka na. Daan tayo mamaya. Alright, don't go away because we're not done yet. May dalawa pa tayo, ha? Stay with us. Welcome back. You're still watching Brunch here on One News. I'd like to say good morning dito kay Meldred Catubes, kay Gary Field, kay Kopaga
Sam Pokemon
Pithe
Go.
ba to? Si Sam Pokemon Go. Ayan, good morning sa inyo.
Jaja Villaruel Vivero.
Oh, mga
Klase
viewers
ko yan
natin.
dati
Ha?
Friend ko yan
Ata lang friend mo. Sa
Oo,
familiar
hindi,
friend mo.
friend ko yan. High school classmate
May
ko.
mga
and friend
pagkakataon,
sa
di ba,
Pagsanhan.
Sa mall, pag kunyari may lumalapit sa akin, Diego, kamusta ka? Oh, yeah. Oh.
Basahin mo na yung
Sobrang tanda ng utak ko, hindi ko na maalala.
Basahin mo na yung up to.
Hindi mo talaga ako napatapos. No? Talagang napapahiya na
Sige
ako
na,
dito.
go na.
Coming in at top 2. President Bongbong Marcos orders regional wage boards to review and adjust the minimum wage rates. Marcos gave the National Wages and Productivity Commission 60 days to do the review. Currently, the daily minimum wage in Metro Manila is at 573 pesos for the agricultural sector and 610 pesos for the non-agricultural sector.
I call on the National Wages and Productivity Commission to review its rules to ensure that the boards are able to maintain a regular and predictable schedule of wage review, issuance, and effectivity to reduce uncertainty and enhance fairness.
The President also vowed to provide aid to workers affected by the El Nino phenomenon.
Ito ay dagdag lamang sa mga programang pinapatupad ng Department of Agriculture, ang DOLE, ang DSWD. Uunahin po natin ang mga kapatid natin sa Mindanao na naapektuhan ng tagtuyot.
Yeah, yung study of wages talaga is a balancing act, 'di ba? Kasi iba ang income levels and expenditure levels per region eh. So, if you're going to do it across the board, you have to take into account yung cost of living per area.
Per region, di ba? Per province.
Kasi in some provinces, believe it or not, sometimes 5,000 pesos goes a long way eh. Dito sa Metro Manila, wala na rin ang halos ka-value ang 5,000, but it still helps yung mga poor fellow citizens natin.
Pero sige, let's continue that discussion. Yeah. Let's talk more about that directive from the President because, Diego, meron tayong kasama today. Sino bang kasama natin today? Okay, we have from Department of Labor and Employment, Undersecretary Benny Laguesma. Hello, good morning.
Magandang umaga po. Magandang umaga po din sa inyong programa at mabuhay po kayo.
Ayun. Thank you po for answering our call for today. Thanks for joining our show. Ano po ba dapat ang ating aasahan sa wage review na sinasabi nga po, directive ng ating Pangulo? At gaano po ba yung posibleng increase dito?
Pagliliwanag lang po, baka magkaroon ng misimpression. Yung pong direktiba ng Pangulo, susundin po natin yun na ang pagriripaso ng existing wage level ay sisimulan 60 days prior to the anniversary of the wage increase, yung latest po. So, sa bahagi, magbigay po lang ako ng halimbawa para po mas klaro. Sa bahagi po ng NCR, ang kanilang pinakahuling wage adjustment was sometime July. So, kung tayo po ibabalik ng 60 days, dapat po magsisimula na ang proseso ng review, pagsasaalang-alang sa posibleng aksyon na gagawin po may kinalaman sa existing minimum wage ay dapat magsimula po sa buwan na ito.
Okay. Sec, ano po ang magiging mga consideration natin sa wage board? No? Magkakaroon ba tayo ng consultations on both sides sa mga businesses po tsaka mga employees natin?
Opo, yan po bahagi ng proseso kasi yun pong ating boards, tripartite, ang composition, may kinatawan ng manggagawa, may kinatawan ng namumuhunan, at siyempre po bahagi ang pamahalaan. At titignan po nitong board na ito, lahat po ng mga inputs yung nabanggit po nyo, public consultation, at dadating po din sa stage po na pag natapos na po ang public consultation sa rehiyon, magkakaroon po ng tinatawag na public hearing at afterwards po magkakaroon na ng decision ng ating boards. Doon po sa tanong kanina ni Angela, hindi ko po mapapangunahan kung ano po yung angkop na halaga na dapat po maidagdag o kaya naman ay maging bahagi ng wage order. Kasi tinitignan po yung nabanggit na ni Diego na mga factors po. No? Siyempre kasama ho doon sa konsiderasyon yung pong needs of workers, pangangailangan ng manggagawa. At din po kasama rin yung kapasidad o kakayahan ng mga employers na tumugon doon po sa anumang adjustment na ilalabas po ng ating wage board.
Okay.
Opo, just to clarify lang din po, no, kung na-consider din po yung mga hinaing na mga nagprotesta kahapon specifically.
Lahat po ng mga paabot na inputs, saan mo pong pinanggagalingan yan, Sinasaalang-alang po yan ng mga wakeboards. Pero gusto ko lamang pong bigyan ng kung sa inyong kapahintulutan, kung
Yes
may
po.
panahon po.
Go ahead.
Gusto ko lamang pong sabihin na sa atin pong formal labor sector, yung pong may mga employers, meron pong dalawang kaparaanan o mekanismo kung paano po ina-address ang may kinalaman sa usapin sa pasahod. Doon po sa unorganized o walang union, yan po ay ina-address ng ating regional tripartite wages and productivity boards. At ito po ang kanilang tinutukoy lamang ay yung minimum wage na umiiral. Kung tayo naman po ay organisado o may union, ang mekanismo po dyan na preferred ay yung pong tinatawag na collective bargaining negotiations na magbubunga po ng collective bargaining agreement. At sa pangkalahatan po, ang dapat na maging nakapaloob na benepisyo diyan ay over and above the basic standards provided for by law.
Right. Okay, thank you for clarifying that up.
Yes, Sec, I'd like to take this opportunity na rin po na kamustahin yung naging malawakan job fair natin ng Dole kasabay po ng Labor Day natin.
Mixed emotions po ako, Diego at Angela. Bakit mixed emotions? Malungkot po ako dahil hindi lahat napunan yung ino-offer na trabaho.
Okay.
Mas gusto po sana natin na mapunan yun lahat. Sa ganun makabawas tayo pa doon po sa bilang ng mga walang hanap buhay o kaya naman yung mga underemployed. Pero having said that, masaya po tayo sapagkat ang lumahok po dito sa 97 venues ng jobs fair ay humigit kumulang 2,500 mga employers na nag-alok nga ng mga 200,000 jobs. Doon po sa huling report sa akin, dated kahapon po as of 5, ang narehistro nationwide na mga job seekers, humigit kumulang 45,000.
Okay.
At mga more than 10% po dyan na-hired on the spot.
Well, that's good news din naman po.
Okay.
Opo, kasi gusto po natin talaga, kaya nagpapaalala po tayo at maraming salamat po na sa tulong din ninyo, mga kaibigan sa media, na ipapaabot po yung mga jobs fair, mga venues niya, nang sa ganon, makapaghanda po ang ating mga job seekers. At maraming salamat po sa inyong mga pinagkakaloob na tulong sa Dole.
Yes, Sec, gusto ko lang malaman, sabi nyo kasi hindi po napunan lahat ng mga needs sa trabaho. Saan po nagkakaroon ng problema? May mismatch po ba tayo ng qualifications?
Bahagi po yon na patuloy naman pong ina-address ng ating pamahalaan sa pamamagitan po ng mga ahensya kagaya po ng Dole, TESDA, ang atin din pong mga ibang katulong sa pamahalaan ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos Jr. Kung matatandaan po ninyo, meron pong bahagi yung kanyang mensahe kahapon na patuloy na palakasin ang kakayahan ng ating mga manggagawa at nang sa ganun makatugon doon sa usapin na may pagkaroon po ng kalutasan, yung laging usapin o issue ng job skills mismatch. At tignan din po natin yung pagkakataon na yung ating mga underemployed, yung kulang po sa oras ng pagtatrabaho o ay magkaroon po ng mas permanenteng trabaho sa pamamagitan ng pagkakaloob ng karagdagang kasanayan.
Alright, maraming salamat po for joining us today. Ayan po ang tinig ni Dole Secretary Benny Laguesma.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong programa. Mabuhay po kayo.
Okay.
At least na-update tayo.
Let's continue our countdown. Still at our top spot is China's latest aggression in the West Philippine Sea. The Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources believes that China was determined to sink their vessel during their resupply mission on Tuesday. Here's the report.
This is just one of the videos the Philippine Coast Guard had captured during the resupply mission of the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources in the West Philippine Sea. The Chinese Coast Guard, or CCG, has harassed our vessels once again, but they are more aggressive than before. Aside from water cannon blasting, Chinese vessels collided with BRP Dato Bangkao not just once, but thrice. BIFAR believes China was determined to sink their vessel. The radio challenges between the CCG and BIFAR were also intense. CCG further threatened BIFAR of possible consequences if they don't bend to them. But BIFAR stood firm with its right to conduct maritime activities within our territory.
One more time warning. You must leave this sea area immediately. Otherwise, you will take full responsibility for the consequences resulting in death. 菲律宾船舶3艘公司船，这里是中国海警3305船。
Once the tension dissipated, we saw the damage incurred by BRP Datu Bangkao. Its port side navigational line was destroyed and the railings were bended. In an interview with A Big Story, Philippine Coast Guard spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, Commodore J. Tariela, said the latest water cannon incident is different.
The last time that the Philippine Coast Guard was experienced water cannon was last August. But it's different, no? The pressure of the water cannon that they used before is not the same as this, that is, I consider to be fatal.
For News 5, Gio Robles, We Are One News.
Oo nga,
kasi yung sa gripo nga lang daw yung PSI, 7 na yun eh.
Oo.
Ito daw 200. Can you imagine?
Kaya nga the word si
Commodore
Tariela said fatal. In other words, parang kung isipin mo, may intention to sink already eh. Kasi sinira mo na yung property ng Coast Guard eh. Yung navigation system, sinira mo.
Saka this is something else also because lagi natin na pag-uusapan na nawa-water cannon dito is yung mga resupply missions o yung sinasabi, yung sinasabi nila, kaya nila sinastop tayo na water cannon tayo ng China because we're bringing materials daw to repair BRP Sierra Madre. Pero this time around, ito yung mga humanitarian aid eh. Uy, may huli ng ibon. 'Di ba? Yung may ang tawag dito, supply missions para sa mga mangingisda natin na nasa Bajo de Masinloc na talagang pinigilan din nila. 'Di ba? That's something else. It's different.
But see, we have a right, kahit ano pang mission yan, we have a right to apply that area because, 'di ba, may ruling tayo behind it eh. And
we're sticking by our maritime, yung dispute natin na napanalunan natin sa The Hague.
China calls us our friend and yet they water cannon us, di ba? Parang napaka-mix ng signaling naman ng Beijing sa Pilipinas, calling us our friend pero they're doing that.
Tapos talagang they reinstalled yung barrier doon sa may Bajo de Masinloc, 'di ba? So, buti na lang naging successful pa rin yung resupply mission natin. But I guess we'll be expecting more of this.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Until I don't know, how are we going to solve this situation?
I hope lang it doesn't escalate further na ma-resolve natin.
Kasi doon pa rin naman tayo sa peace, kaya nga sinabi ni Commodore J. Tariela, 'di ba? Parang bakit di tayo lumaban? Bakit hindi tayo, kumbaga, ang tanong sa kanya? 'Di ba? Ang sagot ni Commodore Tariela, syempre, doon pa rin tayo sa peaceful na pamamaraan. Okay. 'Di ba? Kasi ang pag-water cannon dapat pag-aapulayan ng fire, 'di ba? Pero hindi lang dapat ginagamit sa tao.
Nag-agree yung ibon.
Oo nga
Nagbabanter din siya. Kung hindi nyo narinig po, may guest kami ngayon na beautiful little Maya bird na nag-iingay dito.
Ibig sabihin, healthy ba yung environment natin dito?
Yes,
nakapasok siya dito.
We're blessed na dinalaw tayo ng Tweety bird. Alright, with that, I'd like to leave you with a quote that hopefully helps your day. While one person hesitates because he feels inferior, the other is busy making mistakes and becoming superior. A quote from Henry Ling. Ibig sabihin, huwag kang matakot magkamali because dahil sa pagkakamali mo, mag-i-improve ka.
We learn from our mistakes and by our experiences.
Alright, and that wraps up today's episode of Brunch.
Join us again tomorrow. I'm Angela Lagunzad Castro.
And I'm Angelo Castro III. We are One News.
All sides, all the time.